Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Triangle Strategy. Just finished chapter 8. Oh, I actually don't want to save yet.
Lord Silvio of Tellior offers the solitary House Wolffort an ally, and a place of protection for Roland. Serenoa accepts his offer, and Silvio puts his plan to ensnare his new allies into motion.
No! Spare me! I beg you!
That's enough, Rufus.
You call these men soldiers, Silvio? They haven't got any spine.
You can take your frustrations out on House Wolffort. They accepted my gracious offer.
I would have preferred they hadn't. I hate dirty jobs. I expect double for this one.
And you shall have it. You will strike once the banquet is finished. Only Roland need live.
Okay, well, so this is kind of a good sign. Kind of. I wanted to, in the previous video there, I had actually mentioned this, but I didn't want to go with, I don't want to get too much morality, just because I don't want to go over, right? And we've still got two of the characters that I can get via conviction, that being Decimal and the other being Giovanna. And so, since those character stories haven't popped up, that means that my morality hasn't gone too high, right? So we're still short of actually getting Decimal. So anyways, I'm going to keep my choices as they are and continue on here. Here's the side story at Whiteholm Castle. It says, with the Crown City captured, Gustadolf proceeds with his plan.
I beg you, sir, give me one more chance. I shall not fail again.
We are already taking measures against House Wolffort. A suitable pawn has showed itself before us. Though, perhaps, I should be more wary of my own family than any other. Huh? Falks is all that remains of the three high houses. I trust you know what to do, Avlora.
Lord Landroy Fox is famed for his bow arm.
He had the pluck to fire at your master during the war. Do you think you can best him?
Without a doubt.
Okay. Next side story is here at Wolffort Harbor. It says the bandits Travis and Trish discuss rumors of a hefty bounty on a certain someone's head.
I don't know what to expect now that Esfrost's taken over Glenbrook.
I heard they put a huge bounty on the prince's head. We could make a killing if we catch him.
I always dreamed of kidnapping royalty. But the prince of a crumbling kingdom?
They'd probably kill him if we turn him over.
The reward is tempting, though.
The reward is tempting, though.
Okay. I don't think there's any other side stories. No, looks like we're good to go. All right. So it says, Anna brings news to Serenoa and the others that sheds new light on their situation.
So, Lord Silvio has been in contact with Esfrost. I heard he made for Whiteholm Castle not long ago. And I received identical reports from several of our spies in Telior.
There is a reason he is known as an opportunist, in which case he has but one objective.
Securing Prince Roland to use as leverage with Esfrost.
I was also told that House Telior has hired a man named Rufus as a bodyguard.
What do you know about this man?
He's a bounty hunter known as Hero's Bane, loyal to none but coin. That said, he's a ruthless fighter. It would be wise not to underestimate him.
To think Lord Silvio would hire such a man.
It means he is serious. We must plan accordingly.
Understood. Gather the others. We have much to discuss.
So Lord Silvio's proposal was all a ruse to ensnare me?
Unfortunately so. He has been in contact with Esfrost. But he must have surmised that simply bending the knee would not suffice, and thought to use you to curry favor with the Archduke.
Using the prince as leverage? Has he no shame? We can no longer trust anyone.
That dirty scoundrel played us for fools.
We made the best choice we could. Had we refused, he would have attacked us outright.
Indeed, there are countless soldiers lurking around the premises.
So he came prepared for a refusal. I suppose we can expect as much from the famed opportunist.
My lord, we must strike before he does.
You mean for us to cross blades with Lord Silvio?
We have the upper hand now, knowing what awaits. We must do whatever it takes to survive.
So the war has already begun.
It has. His objective is to capture Prince Roland. Once we are in his territory, he will use the surest measure to secure His Highness. In which case...
Okay, looks like we've got our next exploration phase here. Yeah, no side stories. So it says, to protect Roland, Serenoa and the others decide to play along with Silvio's scheme.
Welcome, Prince Roland. Lord Serenoa. A beautiful banquet, just as I promised. I cannot wait to share a glass of Telior's finest wine with you.
Likewise, Lord Silvio. We cannot thank you enough for the warm reception.
Please, relax, Your Highness. As Lord of House Telior, I promise to protect you to my last breath.
Thank you.
You must be exhausted. Why not have a glass of wine? I am sure you will find it to your liking.
Ah, like nectar from the heavens. I should have expected no less of Telior.
Please drink your fill. I insist, everyone.
I shall.
I have never tasted anything quite so delicious.
In honor of the fallen.
Cheers to the glory of the High Houses!
We mustn't let our guard down. I should take the chance to learn the lay of the land. Alright. Benek says, occasions for celebration are few and far between in times like these. I hope you are able to enjoy the banquet, even if only for a moment. Lord Silvio still believes we have fallen into his trap. I suggest taking the opportunity to prepare for the inevitable battle ahead, drink in hand, of course. I feel like he probably shouldn't actually be drinking. It truly is a beautiful banquet, and or eating anything being served here. One I would have enjoyed were it not a trap. I am fine, I assure you. This is only my third. Yeah, this sounds like Gila has been drinking. Won't you have another, Lord Sharanoa? Convincing, no? Oh, okay, she's acting. Very nice. That is convincing. I had heard that Telior Domain was famous for its grapes, but their wine is far sweeter than I ever imagined. Silvio is truly a generous man for sharing the bounty of his land with us. It seems the people were unaware of Lord Silvio's plan. This wine is something incredible. You can tell the grapes got all the sunshine they needed to grow up strong and sweet. You know, they say a life without Telior wine is a life half-lived. They're downright fools to spoil such good drink for their stupid scheme. Alright, there is a treasure up top here. Oh, iron times 3, but your inventory is full. Okay. It may seem in poor taste to refuse wine on such an occasion, but a hawk rider must be ready to take flight at a moment's notice. For House Telior to have devised such an underhanded plot means they have also fallen on hard times. Let's actually go to the encampment here really quickly and sell a couple irons so that I can pick those up. Oops, boom. Let's see, iron. 2, 3. Let's see if this guy's got, or if he's, it looks like there's no, yeah, nothing new to buy here. Okay. There we go. Alright, Hewitt. For House Telior to have devised such an underhanded plot means they have also fallen on hard times. I don't know. I grew up around Lake Telior. Looking at it always has a way of setting me at ease. Could have swore there was a treasure out there, but I guess not. Yeah. Okay. Alright, looks like we've got some 1,100 coins. Marvels of Norzelia Volume 5 to notes. Let's take a look here. Notes. Alright. Marvels of Norzelia Volume 5. Up the Norzelia River near the Glenbrook-Ezfrost border, you will find Telior Reservoir, a lake of fresh mountain water made from damming up that section of the river. Excuse me. Construction took several long decades, hundreds of workers and thousands of back-breaking hours of labor, but it was all worth it, for the dam now protects the crown city from floods and stores enough clean water to last the kingdom for years to come. Grape orchards have also sprung up on the slopes surrounding the reservoir, producing wine that is so famous I need hardly elaborate. Sipping a glass of that wine on a warm summer's eve while gazing upon the luminescence of Telior's famed street lamps reflected in the reservoir's still surface. Nothing in the realm quite compares to such a pleasure. That sounds very nice. Alright, looks like that's it for this house. Lord Silvio doesn't look it, but he always yearned to make a name for himself on the battlefield. He'd do anything to hear the people sing his praises like they did House Wolfort's during the Salt Iron War. I'm gonna hold off on talking to this guy until I'm done exploring. Heard that sweet grapes are for eating and the sour ones are for wine, but why would anyone want to drink sour grapes? Blech. Alright, so I got something there in the War Chronicle. It was salt and something. Oops. Let's do this. Salt and fish. You could spend a lifetime studying the culinary arts and you still wouldn't come close to learning every method or ingredient out there. Some foods aren't ready until they've been aged a full month. Others take years and years to mature to full flavor, but unique as those flavors may be, they aren't necessarily the most delicious just because they took so long to make. What is the most delicious food, you ask? Well, in my humble opinion, it would have to be sweet fish. Fresh caught from a river in early summer, salted and grilled to perfection over an open flame. Nothing can quite compare to the pleasure of enjoying a piping hot meal, quaffing an ice-cold pint as a soft breeze wafts over the water. Perhaps sprinkling a little salt and holding a skewer over a fire doesn't exactly qualify one as a chef, but I don't think I wouldn't trust anyone who sticks their nose up at that simple yet delicious flavor. But I don't think I wouldn't trust anyone. That is very weirdly worded, but okay. To find none prouder to be a soldier of Telior than my husband, but he cannot seem to muster a smile tonight of all nights. I prepared him some warm ginger wine. Hopefully it will raise his spirits. Spirits to raise the spirits. Okay. And here's our boy Rufus. The wine here ain't bad, which is more than I can say for the rest of this place. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, Marvels of Norzelia Volume 6. Let's take a look. At the top of a steep mountain path from the 2 towers and a giant gate that gives the Esfrosti stronghold its name, Twins Gate. Situated on the border with Glenbrook, it defends the only passage into the Grand Duchy. For generations, command of Twins Gate had been entrusted to an army general until recently, when Minister Svarog Esfrost was inexplicably given the role. For a giant gate made of iron, it can be opened or shut with surprising speed. I'm not sure of the exact mechanisms that enable this swiftness, as it is a heavily guarded military secret, but according to an Esfrosti soldier with whom I struck up a friendship, they have somehow harnessed the power of the subterranean source of the Norzelian River. Everyone always talks about weaponry when it comes to Esfrosti ironworking, but perhaps attention ought to be paid instead to the mastery of craft that has allowed the duchy to construct such an incredible, precise device so deep in the mountains. Yeah, okay. Alright, here's the next cat. And then we've got 500 coins, and let's see here. Yeah, I think we need to head up back towards the waterfall. Oh, there's a guy up here. Lake Telior is the kingdom's water supply, and the dam around it protects Glenbrook from floods. It is the job of House Telior to watch over the lake and monitor its water levels. We cannot neglect our duties, even in the midst of a banquet. And I see there's a treasure here on the ground. Invigorating spice. Ah, so you're Lord Serenoa of Wolfort. You, hold your liquor very well, sir. Why don't we toast to, House Telior's success? Yeah, let's not. Oh, can't get down that way, I guess. This lake lies within our domain, but it enriches the lives of everyone in Glenbrook. As such, it is my honor to defend it. There's a ranged ice stone. So iron, coins, invigorating spice. Right, let me just check here. I think I've got everything, but... Oh, did I go in here? Yeah. I did not. Invigorating spice times 2. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, I think I've got everything now. Alright, so at this point I'm going to save. And I will do more morality choices with Anna. To think a day would come where one of the high houses turned against another, and under the guise of an alliance no less. I never thought such a thing possible. What are your thoughts on the matter, my lord? So again, going to go with morality, which is the middle option, but the top option here is utility, middle morality, and bottom is liberty. So as Lord of House Wolfort, I have no intention of running from a fight but I would prefer to do so without needless bloodshed. Thought you might say that, but I doubt they will be so merciful toward us. Pray leave such needless sympathy behind for yourself and Prince Roland both. Thank you, Anna. I shall take your words to heart. And let's talk to this soldier. Oop. Oop, hang on. Just gotta go there on this side. I can scarcely imagine what you must be feeling right now, Lord Serenoa. The joyous days between you and your betrothed were cut short by the invasion. Lady Frederica must be suffering as well, but together, Talior and Wolfort can set things right. It appears he doesn't yet know about Lord Silvio's plot. Thank you. We must do everything in our power to protect those dear to us. Ha ha ha. Wish I had someone dear to me like you do, my lord. Alas, I am yet a bachelor. I pray that I someday find a woman like Lady Frederica to call my own. Well, that's very nice. Alright, so the top option is morality. Middle is utility, and bottom is liberty. Again, gonna go morality. You needn't worry. A kind soul such as yourself is bound to find a worthy companion in time. Thank you, my lord. You are every bit as gracious as everyone says. I take it that means things are going well between you and Lady Frederica. Indeed they are. This guy's like, he's scheming, right? Like, oh, if things aren't going well with Frederica, I might have my in. Indeed they are. The days we have spent together are regrettably few, but she is now a precious member of my family. I must protect House Wolfort for her sake as well. I envy you, Lord Serenoa. I hope the day I can say the same comes sooner rather than later. Okay, that's neat. Should return lest Lord Silvio gets suspicious. Talior's wine truly is superb, but I think you have had more than your fill, Roland. Hardly. I would have another glass or four. You have no idea how pleased I am to see you enjoying our domain's wines, but you must be exhausted. Perhaps it is time you retire for the night. I think we shall do just that. This way, Roland. Hours after the banquet.
Prince Roland, are you sure you're not drunk?
Hardly. It was all an act. Convincing, no?
We cannot let our guard down. The real battle begins now.
But of course, I expect they will be here soon.
Okay, not seeing a character story pop up here for Decimal yet, meaning I still haven't hit the 1,600 that's required, but we've got the a little side story here on the Falk screens. It says, word of Silvio's betrayal reaches Landroy's ears.
My lord, House Talior's betrayal has been confirmed. It appears Lord Silvio plans to launch a surprise attack on House Wolfort.
This is absolute madness. To think I would see the day 3 high houses fight each other. The glorious Glenbrook of the past is no longer. The dark days of war are upon us once more.
My lord, the Esfrosti army has entered our domain. They demand our surrender.
Ready your bows. It is time they witness the true valor of the high houses.
Okay, at this point, I am actually going to end up going back to the encampment because a new mental mock battle is available, which I will do in the next video. So as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.